Today, independent of what industry you're talking about, most companies are developing software and they're creating lots of it. In turn, the products that are created will use large amounts of this software and more. Depending on where you fall in the software supply chain, you may be receiving code developed by other organizations from various places, including from around the globe. Creating a trust in the software development culture means knowing where your code comes from and that the appropriate safeguards for tracking your code are put in place by your organization. Here we see a typical software application. Often, over 50% of the codebase is comprised of open source, shown here in blue. Open source enters your codebase as monolithic packages consisting of thousands of files in many cases, also single binary files, single source files like JavaScript, and as code fragments pasted in from helper sites, books, or other open source projects. Additionally, within a given open source project, there is often other contained open source, and from there, more open source, and it goes on and on. The number of items in an average software bill of materials continues to grow. In 2020, we saw an increase of over 200% from 2019. Here you see boxes marked in red that have some type of compliance issues, whether due to open source licensing or security vulnerabilities. Each compliance event at either a component or individual file level in turn impacts the application as a whole and needs to be addressed through remediation actions. Typically, security remediation consists of upgrading an open source component to a more recent version, while licensing remediation may require selecting an alternative component with a different license or reaching out to the author for a custom license option. In some cases, code may be rewritten to work around a compliance issue. This is where Revenera's Code Insight fits in. Using Code Insight, you can catalog your usage of open source and third-party software, manage your intellectual property and security risks, and operationalize your organization's open source strategy. Code Insight helps your organization answer key business questions that, with this informed insight, enables you to better manage what's in your code, including license and security risk. It can answer questions such as, what is the complete open source bill of materials for my application? Which items within my application are non-compliant? Where are non-compliant items located so that I can reach out to the right development teams to fix them? And are these items used elsewhere across my portfolio of applications? Ultimately, having an accurate, up-to-date inventory sets you up for fast responses to security, license, and operational risks. Thank you for watching. Check out additional videos demonstrating the various features of Code Insight. Please visit us at revenera.com/SCA for more information.